Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to your weekly stream with Zombie Sam. Y'all, Dean from Supernatural woke me up at 5. I'm convinced. He was like, I know Sam needs this. Because I was dead asleep. And I just hear someone going, Sam, in my mind. So trippy.
You summoned that. Like your inner body conjured.
My body was like, we need to wake her ass up. What is the best way to do it? Hey, JC, RP, Bella, Nicole. I wanted to set us up a thing for our first timer, but my Steam has logged me out, which is rude. Why would you do that to me, Steam?
Are you saying Steam or Steve?
Steam! Like the game hosting
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
I want Dean to wake me up. Not like this, you don't. And then I tricked myself into thinking my husband had stayed home from work and that he was just sleeping late. It was not my husband. It was my dog. So, how's everybody's weekend going? Has anybody read anything fun and whatnot? I have gone through, I think, 6 books already.
Yeah, my goal is like one, and I'm behind.
Wait, one a year or one a month?
One a quarter.
One a quarter. You're not behind yet.
Well, like
All the drama.
I'm less than a third of the way through the book I'm reading, so I'm gonna have to pick it up in February. And February is not even a real month, so really I just have a month and a few weeks.
You just lose the equivalent of a weekend in February. You're fine.
But
What do
yeah,
you
it's
mean?
slow process.
Sync it up, motherfucker.
I feel like you would have a heart attack if you saw my TBR.
I have a long TBR, but it's one of those like it's not even like a to be read list. It's a to vaguely acknowledge its existence list.
That can be fair.
Because I'll hear a book and be like, oh, that sounds interesting. I should read that. Anyway,
What was I doing?
like, no, I think what I'm trying to do to like get myself back into the reading habit is I'm trying to kind of like trick myself that I'm back in college. And because that's what I think college is what killed my ability to read
That's
because
possible.
Yeah.
like I had to read so much that now years later I'm still just like, no, never again will we open a book. But what I think I'm gonna like reverse it though, and so I've got a book of like 18th or 19th and 20th century short stories through like American history, and I'm reading those and like writing, like taking notes on them, writing information down and all this stuff. So it's basically homework. And the thought process is if I do that for long enough and do this entire homework assignment, then I'll be like, yikes, I should read something for fun now. And then I'll be able to pull that off.
Uh-huh.
We get you.
I just really like books.
Have you tried audiobooks, Matt?
Yeah, and audiobooks
It's
are
very
really good when I'm so like I used to have a job where I was in my car for a long time, and when I had that job, I was flying through books. I read like 3 books in 3 months. which for me is flying through books.
That's how we got through the Raven Boys.
But then I didn't have that job anymore, and then progress completely halted.
Then it took us half a year to get through
the last one. Because I wasn't in my car very often anymore. And I just, when I'm home, I don't usually sit still. And so therefore, like, it's hard to focus on one thing at home.
He's also very particular about his narrators.
Yeah, there was, I started one audiobook, and I really hated the voice the narrator was doing, and I didn't even make it, like, she said the title of the book, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing that.
No, the only way I counteract the narrator's voice if I don't like them is, like, because I listen to my books on 3 times speed anyway. So I'm just like, I'll just have to suffer through it for like 40 minutes. Yeah. Then I'll be over.
I can listen to the bot read to me in the worst robotic voice ever, so that the narrator can enhance my enjoyment, but that they have no other.
I'm just a very picky person, because I also another audiobook, and this one I enjoyed the narrator, but I got about 10 chapters in, and one of the characters is like being hunted by someone and has been hunted by this person for years, and another character is like, you should kill that person, and they go, oh, I never thought of that, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? What do you mean you never thought of that? That should have been like,
people don't think about murder. It's just the thing.
No, but like someone's actively trying to murder you, and they're just like, I just thought I could do this forever. I didn't think about any alternatives. And so I'm just like, no, screw this guy. I'm done with this book. You're an idiot.
But even if it was like a case of like his morality stepping in the way, still saying like, oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, to literally be like, oh, didn't cross my mind.
We all know. I would default to, oh, you're trying to murder me. I'm gonna murder the fuck out of you. That's like my daughter. So my daughter and I, like, we go shopping and stuff, just the two of us, and she's like aggressively independent. And so she started doing she's not just aggressively independent anymore. She's also starting to get aggressively, no, I'll do it for you, Mom, because of my health, which I'm just like, okay, that's fine. And so she wants to put the shopping carts up, and I'm sitting here having seen so many like missing persons things and stuff, and I'm like, just one day a car is gonna come by and just swoop and take her. My children are too pretty. It makes me paranoid. So like she took the cart back, and then she came back, and I'm like, I need to start giving you my pocket knife when you go put the carts up. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because your mother is paranoid, and I keep thinking about like kidnapper vans. And she's like, I can just kick them. And I'm like, but stabbing them is more effective.
Knives are better than feet.
And so there's that. She knows how to function my pocket knife, but she's still like, her hand is still tiny for the spring. Oh, she was gonna give me a heart attack. She wanted to open this package, and like I strive to teach my children how to hold the knife properly and how to cut it. And oh my gosh, she wanted to do it her way, and I'm like, no, that's not. Knife safety is not where we get aggressively independent.
I wish someone had taught CB knife safety so she didn't have to jam a knife into a can.
Oh my gosh, what? When did this happen?
Last week. She wasn't on stream, but she was trying to open a can of enchilada sauce and didn't have a can opener.
What's your knife? And she just went.
And just clunk.
Like that That was such a mom face, Alice. I'm like, oh god.
It's like, I need the practice, you know.
You do. Jessica's focusing on her physical TBR this year, which I'm doing pretty good so far. I just finished book 2, and I get to start on my 3rd tonight if I get my word count. Fear not, we have the 30 and the 220s, so we'll get you through those. Matt, you're breaking my heart. The fact that you would even have the thought of never opening a book again.
It's not that I want this reality. It's just the one that I'm in.
It's okay. I will never completely give up on MJC. I want to read The Grey Wardens, which is the sequel to The Raven Boys. And I have decided that I'm waiting for Matt to read it. So he's committed now. I don't even remember if he agreed to this, but
it was a verbal contract. My hands are tied.
At the very least, he's contractually obligated to read 3 more books. I got 4 hours of overtime on Saturday for some training at work, and I being RP, made up for missing 2 days of work the week before. That's fair. Spent Sunday at the bookstore doing some goal setting and financial planning now that my hours at work will be going up again. Nice. Right. See, I'm the person that feels weird if I don't read something every day, like something legit feels unbalanced in my world if the day goes by without me reading. I'm very similar. I think like sometimes I can't go to sleep because I haven't read anything, although I read a copious amount of webtoons.
Yeah. But see, like the issue that prevents me from reading, as an example, and this is very not out of the ordinary, I have plans every night this week.
Turn the brightness down. Sorry, go on, Matt.
Yeah, I have plans every night this week, with the exception of one day. So I'm like, when will I read? It's job, then plans, then sleep, then job, then plans.
Ooh, Scarlet.
By Marissa.
That's in the Lunar Chronicles, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorites in that series. Matt, 20 minutes before you go to bed. Yeah. You brush your teeth, you get in bed, and you set a timer for 20 minutes, and you read.
But see, I've tried that. My issue is, if I read, I then have a hard time falling asleep.
That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
Because then I end up just not sleeping.
Yep.
So, all right, when you wake up in the morning, 20 minutes, read a book.
Yeah. That would be ideal.
That's what I make my children do. Not before bed, but they're not allowed to play games or things until they've read for 20 minutes. And it's funny because my oldest will come in my room and he'll just stand there and I'll be like, yes. And he's like, I did my duo and my reading. And I'll be like, what did you read? And then he'll tell me. But he has this thing where if he's not actively reading it, he does not remember what he was reading. But when he goes back to reading it, he remembers everything that happened before. So it's like his brain
just fully transports.
It's like a save file, and it's not information if it is not actively open. But
I imagine a filing cabinet system, and then when he touches it, it opens the drawer.
But I think it's important that he learn the ability to recall what he read outside of during, especially like when he goes to high school and stuff. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So he's getting better at it. Today, he was reading book 4 of Lockwood & Co. And he's like, they summoned a ghost. I don't remember why. And I was like, well, was it a good ghost? And he goes, oh no. And I'm like, oh, well, why did they summon it? He's like, I don't know. JC said, CB is looking for a book to read. Are you requesting recommendations or what's up? I have some, but not feeling them right now. I have knife safety. It worked. It did work. She did not hurt herself.
That's true, but didn't you also just say that like you have a scar on your hand from a lack of knife safety, or was that something else?
I'm scrolling up. You know what I hate in audiobooks is where there are two narrators, and even though one part is in, say, the female main C and she's talking to the male main C, even though it's the female MC's POV, make the two narrators talk to each other. I would prefer when they do that too. That's generally the reason they don't do that is just because it's like a cleaner edit to just have one read one section and then another read the other one. There's a lot more production in it when they have to like cut out and place the thing, especially since sometimes you can kind of tell that they're not recording at the same studio because the like quality and everything shifts just slightly. For this reason, though, sometimes I'm like, I hate the voice this one narrator has given to this one side character, and so I am like the one I was listening to this morning, "Song of the Forever Rains." They gave the same character such dramatically different voices that it took me too long to realize he was the same man, and I'm like, I don't know which of these ones I think I like him from the male narrator's perspective better because he's like more laid back. He's like kind of laid back, go with the flow, and from like the female narrator's tone and voice, he's so done. He's just done, but not done in a fun way. done in a life has ridden me over and I just don't care anymore, which doesn't match up with his lines and stuff. So it's just, so I too would prefer, my favorite audio book production wise tend to be the ones that have full cast, especially since like they have to do all the production work with the full cast anyway. They tend to add in like some music and some sounds and stuff. On the flip side of that, though, that music can start to sound atrocious at times 2 and higher. You're just like, why have I done this to myself? CV would like everyone to know she was safe. You heard it here, folks. Knives are better feet. I can just imagine someone taking that out of context.
Put it on a mug. Put it on a t-shirt.
To be fair, I think I said more effective.
I said better.
Oh, okay.
I'd replace my feet with knives.
I would not.
I mean, I think there's a weapon in Soul Calibur that their feet are swords, so.
I would put knives in my boots, but I'm not replacing my feet with knives. Next book is going to be Sinful Crimes for the Artistically Inclined. That sounds fun. It's a big boy, but I'm excited. I got called into work on Sunday to cover a call out. I like that I'm getting shifts, but wish they would schedule me for shifts instead of just calling me in.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But that's my Doom rectangle time. Hello?
My entire computer decided, like, I think it, like, zoned out on me and then woke up. Oh, shit, I was doing.
I do love the idea of an electronic zoning out because it's very real and it's just like, what do you mean you zoned out? You're a computer. But
I feel like the computer for a second was just kind of like, oh, right, I was supposed to be doing things.
It's a joke I continuously make at work, which is whenever like our internet's down or like computers off, I'm like, oh no, it's just having a smoke, it'll be back.
I see. Matt, I have a tip. Take a book to the bathroom. You can't do anything else but sit there, so you might as well read a few pages while you sit there.
That is a good idea, but this guy's a problem.
Just leave him in the other room. Pick up the book instead of the phone.
But I love him.
I can't profess to love mine. I lose mine all the damn time. I'm like, where the fuck did it go?
That is a good idea.
There are some days when I yell for my children, and I'm like, can someone call my phone? I also spent a lot of time reading both the Imperial Princess Eve webcomic and Tough Guy, a gay hockey romance book. I took a break from the series since I had to wait for it on Libby. That's fair. I had to take a break from it's funny. I was gonna read the Inheritance series cycle last month. I got through the first 3 books, but my book 4 and 5 had to go back. I'm so sad. But book 4 came back to me right at the end of the month, but I had some other things I needed to do. But I meant to click deliver later, but I was tired and I accidentally clicked borrow. So now it sits there for me. And this morning I finished an audiobook and I'm like, I don't have another audiobook for Year of Favorites yet prepared. And I'm like, so I suppose I shall give myself permission to listen to Inheritance. It started up and my brain went, no. And I was like, oh, okay. We're not listening to this right now. Okay, not looking for Rex. Cool, just making sure. I was 11 when I got the scar. It doesn't count. My child is 10. I have an idea for a fantasy story where the MC is a witch and a singer, and I would love to have music in the book lyrics, but for the audiobook, actually have the song play and someone sing it. I love when they do that. Would be really expensive, though. I mean, it depends on if you have, the music accompaniment, but if they're singing a cappella, they do that in audiobooks all the time anyway, sometimes too much. I'm like, I don't care about this. But other times I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. So Knives Are Better Feet is out of context currently. LOL, I just got here.
Better than feet.
Yes.
I should clarify. What am I wrong about?
Yeah, I
don't disagree. I'm just saying which.
No, my comment broke Sam. It didn't break me. It broke my computer, but it's fine. The computer came back. But Daddy, I love him, Matt.
It's a very toxic relationship.
That will be fighting. I will destroy your secret lair where you have a statue of your phone.
Well, I have a new game on my phone, and it's consumed my life.
I was about to say that's always the killer, is when the new
No, I could just imagine you walk into Matt's bathroom. There's a statue of his phone, sitting on the back of
I need to leave golden coins at it every morning to have a blessed day.
Yeah, I was told to ignore something. So what is everybody? Huh?
I want to know what I was wrong about, according to CB.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes before I get a.
Tell me what hill I'm dying on. I need to know.
Star Wars Hill. Okay, we'll be reading. This is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing.
I should be critiquing, which means I have to get my laptop.
I'm going to be writing a speech. Not that I'm giving, that a fictional character is giving. But they're about to give a speech, and I need to write said speech.
Is that how you understand Matt? Praying to the statue of your phone. I was so mad yesterday. I was tired and I was sleeping and I got a call, but I didn't recognize the number and my phone didn't tell me likely spam. and I've been waiting on a phone call back from like the pharmacy. So I answered it and I was like, hello. And they were something like, oh, hey, we wanted to offer you a free roof inspection. And I was like, we don't want it. And then he just goes, are you at, and then says my address. And then I'm like, yeah, that's where I am. And then he goes, all right, do you know when was the last time you were, and I just hung up. I was like, motherfucker, I told you
I said
no.
I already told you.
Leave
Why are
me
you still
alone.
talking?
I would have just like I don't answer unless I know the number, or I'm like expecting a call. But like
I was expecting a call.
yeah, and in those instances, I've just been like, oh no, I don't have a roof. Click.
Matt, these are all like she said nothing specifically, but then also her scars, knives, and that haircut.
I'm right out of 2 of the 3 here.
Which two?
That's for the masses to figure out.
I'm gonna be working on Krampus, by the way, if anyone is curious. The whole title is Krampus, the Monster Within. Ooh. Damn telemarketers are so you like tell them no, and then they try to keep you on the line by asking for information and stuff so that you are like compulsory to like you answering them and stuff. And
if they're not calling, they're texting now.
Yeah.
Those ones I just block. Just like, go away.
I got
my mom though, she'll tell them like when they text her, she texts them back, I'm sorry, or it's like I have to wait till my parents get home. I'm only like 16.
No. I got a really convincing one. They left a voicemail, and it was about my car, which like is due for some maintenance. And they like knew my model. They knew where I bought it, and they were like, "Yeah, just give us a call back, and we can get this set up." But so I'm like, that's weird though, because like normally they would email me about something like this. So I called the dealership, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that wasn't us." But like they knew my car, they knew where I bought my car.
Well, have you been on any websites and filled out any information about your car?
No, it doesn't matter if you do or not.
Yeah.
Like so many things track you and sell your information now. It's
yeah. Just about any company anymore will sell your information. It's how they market.
Yeah, they're not like selling it for nefarious reasons most of the time.
Yeah, because the company I work at, not to like pat them on the back, but we were in a marketing meeting and we were talking about how we're not doing that because it's like we were trying to buy a list of names to market to, not names necessarily, like addresses we were going to send mail out. But
currently my favorite one is I keep getting calls where they're like, hey, so we see that you have a VA loan on your house, and I'm like, I definitely do not.
Yeah.
And they're like well, you're like, are you or your husband veterans? And I'm like, we definitely are not. Again, like they're like, what kind of mortgage do you have? And then I'll be like, THDA loan. And then they have no idea what the fuck that is. And they're like, we're going to make a note in our system. And I'm like, there's like 80 notes in your system. But I love how like they try to like, they'll ask me as if I am the one confused about what kind of loan I have upon my house. And I'm just like, and like the first one seemed genuinely like confused, and they like apologized, but like I'm like, I don't know why. Like, if you're gonna sell my information, please sell it accurately so I don't have to deal with this. But also just don't sell my information. Not sure what I'm doing tonight. I have to take pictures for the thumbnail because I had the unexpected work time on Saturday. Oh yes, I do need those. But not sure other than that. I'm trying to finish a quick fan fiction one shot to post tomorrow as a birthday gift to myself. Ooh. Reading. Next time, Sam, be like, was it the N or the O? Like, oh, I'm sorry. I must not have spoken clearly. No, Oh, fuck, no. No is just no in so many languages.
Yeah.
Yes, nein, no, non. You don't actually say non in French, but I'm going to enunciate that silent N so they know.
Really drive it home.
Different language. Ominous Matt. Oh, they know everything when they tell you Big Brother is watching this. That's why some of my like friends and family, when they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not downloading this app or that app or anything because like they use your information," I'm like, "Do you use Google?" Because if you
there
use
you go
on any like, yeah, done fucked now. It doesn't matter.
They for
I
sure
have
already
a
have
relative
it.
who refuses to have their location on their phone because they're like, I don't want the thing. I'm like, first of all, the big companies can override that, so that doesn't even matter. Second, why are you not using the one thing that may be helpful in case you go missing?
Yeah.
Like, ah. There is a scam going around that a person will call to sell something, but actually just want to record you saying yes. Then they can use the recording to get info from some places. Yeah, it's annoying. I normally just go, I avoid these scams by never picking up my phone when I don't recognize the number. But Rowan, medical calls. Or and business. I don't like checking my voicemail.
Business. Work.
I have so many voicemails from you. See, that's the problem.
No, I do. I mean, I will say if I'm not expecting a call,
yeah,
no answer. But sometimes I'm expecting a call.
No, I'm like sometimes. So I'll keep up with my voicemails, and then I'll get a voicemail from a number I know is like a spam call or something, and then I will just ignore my voicemail for months.
Oh.
Because I'm like, I just don't want to. And then like my voicemail will just be like, you have a voicemail from this number that you know is a spam number, so you're not going to check it. It doesn't matter if you're
I immediately check any voicemail I've ever gotten, because even if I know it's going to be spam, a little part of me is like, maybe it's something really fun.
I used to, but like, okay, so my phone's doing this weird thing where, you know how like in your number pad 1 through 9, the first one has that little like recording symbol and it's like, that's your voicemail?
Yeah.
When I press that to go to my voicemail, it tells me that I don't have a voicemail.
Oh.
It'll be like, it's this thing. But I finally figured out that if I like call myself with my full number, it will go to my voicemail. I'm like, why does my voicemail shortcut that is built in not working? So I've started checking my voicemail more recently again, but like it was just for a while I actually couldn't, because it was like, yeah, no, you don't have a voicemail. I need to go to sleep at like 9 tonight, so to be well rested for tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm gonna fall asleep so early. Work out.
That's a good answer.
Hi, pals. But don't work out close to 9. Work out like as early as possible, because like when you do the initial workout, it like pumps you up and wakes you up. But then like, because you depleted that energy and stuff, you also like sleep better if you do that.
And if post-workout you can take a cold or at least like room temp shower, will also help you go to sleep. Again, like later, but don't do it immediately, but it'll really like cause your muscles to relax, which will release those sleepy endorphins.
Stepped away to get dinner, but when anyone calls saying they want to offer home renovations, I always say we're renters, and they hang up quickly. That's interesting. Yo, Lisa. We should do so I went to look over at how long we've been live to like start doing the sprint. Sorry, y'all. I did not have this pre-set up, but we're... Oh my god, my brain.
I always like this format though, because it reminds me of like Drake and Josh or something.
No. Why is it doing that? There we go. Usually I have this set up before we go live, but Zombie Sam is zombieing today. Hold on, let me take the spoilers banner off. That was for the book talk. Oh, speaking of the book talk, CB and I have decided we will do 2 a month since it actually takes us like a week to read the books. And so, and she is now impatient as to how long it takes us to get through a series. So, Not the Witch You Wed. The book talk we're doing for that one is, oh, I hit the wrong button and I minimized everything. I just wanted to check the calendar. I didn't want to. Shall be the 15th, so it shall be next Saturday. I am excited to make CB read more paranormal romance. Damn, y'all, with your good advice that requires me to get out of bed. See, that's the problem. If you don't get out of bed and you don't do anything, you don't use up that energy. And so.
And then you're just going to sit there and doom scroll.
That is probably the number one thing that has improved my sleep above all things, is to not do anything in bed besides sleeping.
See, I wish that were the case for me.
Yeah.
But I can literally lay in bed with my eyes closed and do nothing for hours.
No, it doesn't work for everyone. It's not possible for everyone.
I am voicing my envy.
Yeah.
And my salt.
But yeah, if you can, definitely avoid your bed for anything but sleeping.
This is our first sprint. You didn't miss any. Not the Witch You Wed. I'll go ahead and type it out. Not the Witch You Wed. By April Asher.
Truly thought you were saying what you weren't reading. And I'm like, no, what are you reading?
No, it's in a trilogy called the Supernatural Singles. There's Not the Witch You Wed, Not Your Ex's Hexes, Not Your Crush's Cauldron are the 3. And I adore their naming system. So that'll do it too. Just being sick. Oh no.
Oh, that sucks. I've had my mattress for quite some time, and I love
it. Something that our mattress seller warned us when we upgraded to, I think we have a purple, is that if you're not used to sleeping on like good quality, or just like if you go up in quality with your mattress, it will be uncomfortable for like a month or so while your body adjusts. So, gosh darn, sleep hygiene. I legit heard wed, not red, and now I'm confused about which one it is. It's this one. Oh, no, it's not. It's this one. Ignore past Sam. Her dyslexia. By the way, guys, did you know I'm dyslexic? All right. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, people. How did you do that sprint?
I am trying to figure that out. My computer does this thing now, and I don't know how to really fix it, where I'm not able to highlight words that goes like you know how when you highlight and you go to the bottom of your monitor, it will just kind of scroll for you as you continue trying to move down.
Mm-hmm.
My computer doesn't do that anymore. If I get to the bottom of my monitor, it just stops.
Okay.
So I have to, look at my word count in batches. But not the most productive sprint. I caught up on some messages. I made some tea, and I wrote 115 words.
I also, excuse me, I also caught up on some messages and checked my email and my doctor portal because I met like earlier. I was like, I need to call them to have my prescriptions sent over, but I was like, oh, they've got like those messages things
Mm-hmm.
now. So I sent my doctor's team a message to ask them to send all of my prescriptions over to my Walgreens pharmacy so that I can get refills on things. We'll see how fucked up I am or am not next Monday.
I read 16 pages.
Awesome.
I got distracted.
Oh, I did get a page in the third critique of this chapter. So that's what I'm doing. I'm critiquing.
It's only moving fast because it's a fight scene.
Nice.
There.
See, my writing is going slowly because it is not a fight scene, but in fact a transition. And God, do I hate writing transitions. I need just. I wish there was a way that I could just go establishing shot and just move on.
That's all transitions are.
Yeah, I'm like, I know, I'm like, it's so easy in that
It's,
world.
it's just the prose.
Yeah, like, to just be like, here's a building sweeping. Oh, they're in a building, crazy. Like, let me do that. Let me just get a drone, get some footage, and put it right there in the paragraph.
If you were a fast reader or faster reader, I would say you should actually go read a bunch of YA and middle grade because they do some really fun things with their style formats and such. And like, I'm going to start doing that in my adult novels. And then when people were like, it feels a little YA, I could be like, eh.
Well, honestly, at this point, when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like you can be like, yeah, well, you know how everyone's attention span is a lot worse than it was 10 years ago? I'm throwing them a bone.
They get to do such fun things.
Yeah.
I was reading this one YA where the chapter is just these two characters texting between each other, and it was like a couple pages, and then the next chapter is one page and it's only 2 lines because they switched perspective, and they did that for a couple chapters, and I'm like, that's sticking to your guns on one perspective per chapter, and also the chapter will only be as long as it needed to be. I'm like, I respect it.
Yeah.
But like, if one tries to do that in adult novels and stuff now, people will be like, oh, that's.
I know they did that in Carry On.
Yes, Carry On was the one I was thinking of. And so I'm like, I'm going to do that shit in adult novels now. No one is going to stop me. We get to have fun too. So all of that to say, I was like, part of me just really wants to, instead of transitions, just do establishing shots.
It'd be really nice. Make my life way easier.
Just have that be your style. Just I sniffed and then my ear popped. Spent the entire time eating dinner and watching the first episode of an isekai anime because why not? Holy shit. Excuse me.
I'm writing on Google Docs.
The bane of my, because it's my mortal enemy.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think, like, next manuscript probably not going to be in Google Docs, but this one has lived there for so long that, like,
is it the full manuscript in Google Docs?
So I have that as a document.
Like, okay, yeah.
But, like, this particular one I'm working on is not that because it's a new chapter.
Okay.
Well, it's a new / rewriting of a chapter.
Okay, because
so it's a separate document.
I know some people, their Google Docs works fine until their manuscript gets above a certain amount, and then it gets laggy.
Yep, so. And I do have that problem on when I'm working in the big document. Okay. But anymore, I usually will put it into smaller chunks and work in those chunk documents, and then put it back together for the primary one.
I use WPS word processor when I'm on my computer, and then if I'm on any other computer, my Dropbox now has Word for Web. So I'm like, I never have to deal with things again. Jessica got 231 words for that sprint.
Nice.
Tina spent most of it helping her roommates put up a hanging frame because one of their dads is coming over, so they're stress cleaning. I've also been procrastinating on study notes for a quiz tomorrow. That's fair. I wrote 250 words and figured out what the end of the scene is going to look like. Awesome. Pretty sure this scene is like way too big. I'm not going to change it though. There's no such thing. As long as it serves its purpose. Now, if your editor says it could serve its purpose in a more concise way, that's between you and your editor. Remembered I have to take a test for a state license I need, so I was looking into that. Oh, and bought a new planner because I very much needed to do that. Yeah,
buying a new planner is on my list of quarterly goals because I need to get back on the planner grind.
Go do it next sprint.
I need to wait for payday on Thursday to buy. But I can put it in the Amazon cart.
Yes, do that.
You can pick it out.
Yeah, I can pick it out and just buy it on Thursday.
Yeah, see? Make things easier.
Smart.
Okay. So can someone define what you mean by transition? Because I have no idea of what I'm thinking of is what you guys are talking about. So there are a couple. There's just scene transitions where you are transitioning from one scene to the next. Even if you use a scene break at the beginning of the next scene, you still typically need to like summarize. You either summarize what happened during the break, or you like have to reintroduce the scene of what your characters are doing now. And then there's also just like transitions where a large chunk of time has passed, and or you're trying to go montage a travel scene. Is also
in my particular transition that I was working on during the sprint, I mean the transition itself is really only a couple sentences, but it's hard to do those sentences because it's it isn't a new chapter, but it is a new scene. And I just needed a couple sentences to be like, okay, they're not there anymore. They're now over here. And here's kind of what that looks like. Yeah. Okay, you're here now. You, the reader, are here now. Let's go.
Generally, it's not the summarizing that people find challenging. It's the making it interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like a lot of times I like to do the sort of cheat, I guess, where the transition is the second sentence and the first sentence is a line of dialogue. I like to do that to make them like a little better, but I can't always be doing that. And this was a particular time where I was like, No, I really can't start with dialogue here. I need scene setting
Start
first.
with the history of the tree and
Yeah, I need to talk about agriculture for 8 sentences, and then the characters can talk.
I feel like you should try ellipsis next. I love ellipses. Ooh, ellipsis looks great. Thanks for the tip.
Is ellipsis
Ellipsis
free?
for what? Huh?
Is ellipsis free?
Oh, is it a program?
I think so, right? Like a word processor?
I'm thinking of the 3 dots, so I
No.
didn't know it was a word processor.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it
those
looks
messages
like
came
it's
when
a
we were
thing.
talking about word processors, so I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, definitely, because Jessica uses it on her phone and for doc sharing. So, the Legend Planner on Amazon is a bit pricey, but so pretty and worth it for me. Highly recommend. Part 1, for highlighting a section, you can click on the beginning of the section you wrote, like the blinking line at the beginning, and then scroll with your pad till the end, hit shift. Part 2, and click at the end of the section you wrote. Not sure if this made sense.
Yeah, I feel like most and I'm pretty sure Google Docs also allows for that. I think it's more a case of my computer being a decade old and needing to be replaced as to why it's not working properly.
A couple of my regulars have spoken about needing new laptops, and I'm just saying I am very skilled in finding laptops at a good deal. So
I'm gonna keep running this one into the ground, and I know I have a friend that works at an Apple store, so I need to just bring him this and go make it better.
that's fair. See, JC and I, same page. I was like, you mean the 3 dots you use? Yeah, they're free. That's where Matt got me. He was like, is it free? And I was like, ellipses are free. And then I'm like, they have to be talking about something else.
I put an ellipses in my manuscript, and I get a notification from my bank that's just like, hey, you just spent $2, pal. No.
It's $3. There's 3 dots.
Oh, 3 dots, yep. I thought that might be on sale.
You get
buy 2, get 1 free.
It depends on how many ellipses you use in your manuscript. It's free. You can format it, and you can even post things directly to AO3 for those fan fiction writers. Hey, that's convenient. Excuse me. So, I used to participate in the New York City Midnight Challenge contest.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to try to do that again this year. But I bring this up, like Till Pizza was actually the first one I ever wrote for New York City Midnight. They gave me ghost story, location hotel, then item was pizza. And so with those 3 elements combined, we have Until Pizza Do Us Part. And I used to post all my New York City Midnight entries on Wattpad. And I forgot that my mom knew this and that she had followed me on Wattpad until very recently. She was like, oh, I still need to read all your stuff on Wattpad. And I'm like, Mother, there's nothing there. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I deleted everything from there so I could redo it on my own website. And she goes, oh. And I'm like, yeah, so you don't have to catch up on anything anymore. But I was just like, I was so confused at first because she's like, oh, I really need to catch up to you on Wattpad. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not writing anything there. What do you have to catch up on?
It's so funny, parents interacting with writing. Because, like, at least mine, like, want to be supportive, but just so don't know what is going on.
she has such a crisis of reader dilemma with me sometimes because like I don't plan to write many standalones. And so she's like, normally she'll wait until, because my mother has horrendous patience, but she will wait until a series is out or like pretty far in so that she can binge read. This bitch binge read like nobody been. I mean, physical books, audio books, ebooks, does not matter. My mother binge reads every format, all of them. The dyslexic force is stronger with her than it is me too. So I am truly like just very impressed by my mother. But she's like, she wants to read my stuff as it comes out.
Yeah.
But she's just like, but then I will have to wait. And I'm like, well, you could just wait. And she's like, no, then your father will read it. And then he will know and I won't. And I'm like, this is also fair.
No. My dad's basically like, so is it like about World War II? And I'm like, no, Dad, it's fiction. It's like, oh, so it's like a kid trying to make the baseball team. No.
I mean, that could also be fiction.
No, yeah, but he's just like, but like his notion of fiction is to go like, okay, so it's made up, but everything is incredibly realistic still. And I'm like, no.
He's a contemporary.
Big contemporary guy.
I've been working with a laptop where the I key is broken. Not I, but L. Sucks that they look the same. That's fair. Matt can contest to the state of which my laptop was in at the writing retreat. And it continued to live until November, I think. So, but like literally the hinge on this side had just like, in order to open and close it, had to like have my thumb there so that I could manually move the hinge. That poor thing.
Yeah.
This one though, it does this.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping that will fix the hinge issue. Also, like, it's my first laptop with a touchscreen, which CB was shocked. She's like, how old was your other laptop? And I'm like, no, that's not the point. I have actively avoided touchscreens.
Yeah, I've never had a laptop.
Gone out of my way to not have a touchscreen laptop. And then she was like, why? And I'm like, because I have children. And they try to touch things on my non-touchscreen screen. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want a touchscreen laptop.
It's actually... that like the only issue I've had with it is sometimes when I go to like flick off some dust, I accidentally.
Yeah, like that's kind of my thing. Is I feel like I don't have the fine motor skills to really operate a touchscreen.
I mean, it functions with a mouse and a keyboard too, Matt. Just don't touch it and you're fine.
But like I would accidentally touch it and ruin my life.
Matt, I now imagine that you're just like holding the touchscreen laptop like this and you go like that and then
I go, oh no, I deleted everything.
It would still like ask you to confirm and you just like sneeze and you're confirm button. Your parents are in competition. No, it's not that they're in competition so much as they don't want to accidentally. Well, it's like my dad enjoys things like me. He doesn't like spoilers. My mom enjoys things like Chris, in which she will ask all the questions for all the spoilers as she's watching something. And it's really funny to watch them watch things together because she'll be like, so does this person, and my dad's just like, will you just watch the thing? My dad keeps coming up with comics/TV script ideas and then trying to get me and my brother to make them. I have a touchscreen laptop and honestly, I don't use it at all. It has no purpose for me. I did it one day. I don't remember what I was doing, but I flipped it over and I used the touchscreen side of it to do something. And I was like, oh, this will be convenient if I'm doing things, and then proceeded to never do it again.
Yeah, like to me, it seems like a detriment and an introduction of fear to the equation.
It's like no different than a tablet when you flip it over, which is fine for some things. Every time I paid the extra money for a touchscreen laptop, I rarely ever use the touchscreen. It's getting harder and harder now to find things without touchscreens. So I, however, was very upset at myself because I forgot that computers don't just automatically come with the number pad.
Oh, I know. I hate it.
So I forgot to check, and it has no number pad. There's no.
Yeah. My work computer has a number pad.
I have a friend who is like, so question, do you actually use your number pad? And they're like, because I am a staunch defender of the number pad, but have come to realize I don't use it. I'm like, I use that fucker daily. Like, and I have felt its loss. I'm like, I might have to buy the USB plug-in number pad because I can't keep living like this.
Because like when I have a number pad, I don't have to it's like I'm typing. I don't have to look and see what I'm pressing. I can just number pad.
Is trained.
Yeah.
The number pad.
Yeah.
But
like
when that top row.
That top row is for the shift functions only.
Yep.
Oh, I'm like your mom. I'm like, tell me what's going to happen. I'm still going to watch it. Yeah. There's a study. There have been studies done, and it's basically like the vast majority of people actually enjoy and engage with media in a more like relaxed manner if they know how it's going to end beforehand, because there's less like subconscious stress and work to figure out what's going on and everything or something. I don't know. Look it up. I may be misremembering some things, but that's the thing. Because I was very sad to find out that I am in the minority. And I more get the enjoyment from figuring the things out, but also like understanding this about society now. I'm like, it's fine. I will just block myself off from spoilers.
For me, I'm the same way. I don't want any spoilers, and I don't want to know what's going on. The exception being horror. With horror, I do want spoilers, and the reason is because, and it's not to try to avoid being scared. It's to avoid being sad. Because it's why for the longest time I thought I really didn't like horror movies, and like it's my issue with horror a lot of the time is it's meant to be like, oh, scary, but I just get sad when I watch horror movies.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same. So I'm very similar with certain things. So if we're watching a horror movie and a dog appears, I will immediately Google, does the dog die? Like, that is the speed of which I Google, does the dog die, surprises Chris every time. And I'm like, I need to know. I need to be emotionally prepared. Because the dog is like always going to die one of two ways. Either because of human stupidity, so I'm going to be mad at somebody, or because they heroically protected their humans.
Because they're going to be sweet.
My sister is much like you, though. She doesn't want to be sad. So like if we start watching something, and I see her becoming attached to a character I know is going to die, I have to forewarn her.
Yeah.
She'll be so pissed at me.
Right.
Like, why did you let me love them?
And that's what I have to do with horror movies. I need to know who's going to die, not for the surprise factor, but so I can mentally prepare myself to just be like, okay, they're going to die, and it's fine. But when it's a surprise that they die, now I'm sad, and that's not what the movie wants me to feel.
It feels like the pettiness of a healthy relationship. If you mean my parents, yes. They have a very healthy relationship, and they are very playfully petty towards each other. My dad will goad or upset my mom, and she will, like... There's no better way to say this, but she does, like thump him, basically. And he thinks it's funny, especially since more often than not, my mother is a fragile bean, and she hurts her when she does it. Like, I don't know, so she's got weak ankles, and I honestly think she has weak wrists too, but she was diagnosed with the weak ankle. So when she does that, my dad will just like hold her hand and kind of a deep manly giggle is the only way I could think to describe it. And it's like, keep that up, you're just gonna hurt yourself. And I'm like, my dad is a werewolf. My techie friend got me a fancy ass keyboard for Christmas and knows me so well he knew I don't use the number pad at all. I will take your number pad. I love the keyboard. I told him I want the good key clack sounds, and he got me one with rainbow lights and a volume scroll key wheel. I'll show it on stream next time. Ooh, sounds cool. If someone gets me to watch horror, they better tell me when the scary scenes are coming so I can close my eyes. I will never watch anything with them again. That's fair. Yeah. I feel like horror as a genre, and some other ones, but especially horror, is such a trust exercise. Mm-hmm. And you can gain or lose somebody's trust so fast with that genre.
Yep.
Hello. I only assume the people I like will die. And I am rarely wrong.
I can't assume. I need to know.
Matt needs to emotionally prepare himself one way or the other. That's why I haven't picked up some anime, because I need to see how it develops/ends. One thing I hate is a shift in genre when I'm not. Oh my god, I do. I hate that. When I'm not prepared for it, which messed up the experience. Yep. Yeah, some animes, you're like 80 episodes in, and then they shift, and you're like, this is not.
What are we doing?
Hunter.
What is this?
Hunter and that ant arc. My god. I require a number pad, and my hubby knows me well enough that he bought me 2 different keyboards that are ergonomic with number pads. Nice.
Well, and see,
this is true.
In every other genre, I don't want to know who dies, because
it doesn't matter the genre, Matt. Across all genres.
Yeah, if you like them, they will pass.
My favorite character will die, probably sacrificing themselves.
Yeah. You've got a type for characters. And it's sacrificial lamb.
It's horrible. I hate it, but I love them so much. It's like, it's so bad when I'm watching a series with my sister, and we spot my favorite character. She's gonna be like, "Well, I can't love them anymore because you love them, and now they're gonna die." And I'm like, "You're a bitch." So it's fine. But what's the point of watching horror if you don't see the scare? I mean, I don't get scared by horror in the first place. So the plot, Laura, the plot.
I like the scares, but my issue with the reason I want to know who dies is because horror isn't going to treat the scene like it's sad when someone dies. It's always just like, wasn't that cool? And I'm like, no, they had a family.
Cool or horrifying, depends on the movie.
Yeah.
Right. Also, Alyce, if you want to get a word in, you can, talk over me and Matt, or like hold up a finger for us to silence. I'm usually better at containing us, but when the migraine and the brain fog, I lose all sense of focus. So I just want you to know.
Yeah, feel free to verbally knock me out.
I have literally had to mute him in CB so we could go into a sprint before.
Yeah.
Real quick before we start the sprint. It was funny earlier this year. They're on stream and I'm like, I'll just you guys now. And they got so offended, Alyce. They were like, you don't have to mute us and everything. And I'm like, yes, I do. They're like, you can just tell us to be quiet. That very sprint, I told them we needed to be quiet and start sprinting 3 times. I had to mute them. It would not behave.
Well, we were probably arguing about something.
Oh, actually, you were talking amicably, I think. I don't even remember. All I remember was this is why I have to mute you. All right. But here we go. So 3, 2, 1, second sprint.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I finished critiquing this chapter, so let me get that uploaded to the Miller Note.
I wrote 128 words.
It's
I read 14 pages, I think.
Nice.
nice. I also updated the box on my ongoing medical insurance drama. I was gonna say medical drama, but then I'm like, no, wait, people might think.
Yeah, that you're writing.
Just migraine woes. That's, sucks but normal. Also, my doctor wanted, he's prescribed me this new migraine pill that he thinks will help. But, every time I try to refill it, they're like, this prescription doesn't exist. But I go to, my medical account, and it's like the prescription is there. So I'm like, how is it not getting, why does the pharmacy not have it? Why are you denying me this? So it's a fun time all around. Attack on Titan has a shift in genre. I had no idea. I didn't get past season 2. It did. Matt's like, no, the little boy just watched his father die. No,
Yeah, they're always just like, whoa, he got sliced in half. And I'm like, yeah, so now he has a closed casket. This isn't fun for anyone.
they can sew him up. Actually, depending on what half he's cut in.
Yeah.
True. That's very true.
It's not straight down. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah, a vertical one might be a little...
The mortician.
Amazing.
I believe in the stage makeup and the mortician. It goes from monster fighting to full-on politics with no monsters. I think Aaron becomes the villain. I'm not sure. He definitely becomes an anti-hero, that's for sure. What are you working on, Alyce?
This is what I'm working on. Your book recommendation, Laura.
From
I blame you for this.
What were we agreeing about? I do not remember.
No, what were we talking about? That
Because we were impassioned, I'm sure. But I don't remember what the agreement was.
Matt's gonna go rewatch the stream.
Yeah, I'm like...
He can't focus on the transition anymore. If you have any good non-jump scare horror recs, please let me know, because I love body horror and gross stuff, but jump scares I can't do.
I've heard The Substance is really good. I haven't seen that, but I know that's like a body horror movie. I don't know if it has jump scares or not. Then my personal non-jump scare horror recs, I wouldn't say none, but minimal, is The Witch and It Follows. Both very good horror movies that are more they're scary because of atmosphere, not because of jump scares.
I have body horror book recs, but no movies. I watch very little in the way of movies and TV shows. That's fair. I did actually like the politics movie. I'll give it a rewatch when I'm back into dystopian stuff. Oh, book recs, please. I can do any kind of horror book and really love a good horror manga. Which reminds me, Netflix is going to be adapting my fave horror manga, and I'm so excited because the trailer looks so good, but also so scared it's going to turn out bad because it could truly go either way. What is your favorite horror manga? Check out books by H.S. Wolf. They write a lot of body horror like Rot Gut.
Oh.
Oh, love a queer indie horror author. Definitely gonna check them out. Heart. The storm spooked me. Yeah, I forget y'all can hear that. I typed up a good chunk of notes for my test, working my way through the nervous system. Hell yeah. Anytime anyone references the horror, like, mentions Legolas and Gimli, where Legolas shoots, I think it's an Urukai, and then he like counts it as his kill, and Gimli's like, I killed that one, and Legolas goes, it twitched, and he's like, twitched because my axe is embedded in its nervous system. I'm like,
I just watched that the other day.
That may be my favorite part.
Yeah.
I wrote for Carter album is really getting me motivated for this particular one shot. Is it cowboy oriented at all? A transverse slice rather than a sagittal slice. This is totally me studying. Transverse is horizontal, sagittal is vertical. Me guessing.
Makes sense.
I watched The Substance. It did not, and I had a great time.
Yeah, that's definitely on my list of movies to watch. I've heard nothing but great things about that movie.
I can check online if they have jump scares. I haven't recommended both of those before, so I might check them out. Thank you, Matt.
Also, The Lighthouse. I think for that one, it might be a little bit of a stretch to call it horror. I think it falls more into psychological thriller territory. But that one, I can tell you, no jump scares, and it's fantastic.
The Summer Hikaru Died is my fave horror manga, and the trailer captures the first chapter's vibe so well. I'm interested. Normally something that's like the summer so-and-so died is usually a very melancholy, like not horror thing. So I'm like, oh, that wasn't what I was expecting based on the title. Now I am more interested. I saw the TV Glow isn't horror exactly, but it is body horror in a trans way. Highly recommend. It's so devastating and weird, and can't praise it enough. My oldest one wants to watch that. I have to preview it for him.
I've heard good things about that movie as well.
Yeah. The only horror movie I can moderately handle is the Jason movies, and that's because I know when the scary parts are coming and can turn away because they give it away with the music every single time.
I've only seen one Friday the 13th movie.
Yes, sagittal is vertical, but specifically cutting the face in half. Morphos? Oh, I keep forgetting about The Lighthouse.
Watch The Lighthouse, Tina. You'll love it. I think you'll love it. I'm like 85% sure you'll love it.
I need to rewatch Ghost Hunt. It is my favorite horror anime. And I've been trying to get my children to watch it with me. Although the Bloody Maze is the only episode I'm unsure about with them yet, but that's like the ending, so should be fine. Yes, bye.
Oh, Babbo.
Everyone saying
Yes.
hi. Bye.
I'm very into everything, baby, right now.
Yeah.
They'd be like that at that age. When my older two were that age, they woke up before me one day. My kitchen floor was covered in flour.
Oh, no.
It was like it snowed. I was a little annoyed, but also thankful it was flour and not sugar.
Yeah.
That would have been a different beast. So.
Oh, thank you. She looks
Okay.
just like her daddy. So.
Aw.
He's super cute.
I had a horror manga rec, but I'm very bad at saying it. A Jin.
Oh, yeah, that's how I would.
Jin Demi-Human, Volume 1.
I think that's on my list for your favorites at some point.
Yeah.
I saw a mom with their toddler earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, I miss that age with my daughter." I feel that. I am very much. I'm not sure like what word would describe it, but it's like I enjoy the ages that my children are at, and I look forward to the phases that we haven't gotten to yet. But I never miss the previous stages. Like I loved them and I appreciated them, but I'm like, it's like
onward.
Like I'm done with them. I don't want to go back never again. So, like, I think the only thing I miss from them right now is just when my daughter would come downstairs and just chill with me, and that's pretty much it. Because now trying to get her to hang out with me is literally like I'm asking her to amputate one of her limbs. She is. Unless she's coming in my room to ask if she can have some of my chocolate out of my chocolate basket. That is the only time I see her if I don't ask her to come downstairs. Can someone spell that one for me, the manga? Oh, I got you. Like this, yes? Alyce, we cannot hear you.
Okay. I thought there was a hyphen between A and Jin, but it's not. You're good. That's it.
I know that word. It stands for something.
I, on the other hand, have never seen that word before in my life.
Oh, it's an Arabic name. So I probably just saw it. Somebody named Asian in passing. In the manga, it's species, but.
So when we were talking about the types of ways to cut people in half, I had a very bad idea, but I feel like it's an interestingly bad idea, and I feel like I should share it.
Go on.
Which is like, you know, they have those TV shows where like the one I think it's called like Ink Masters or something, and it's like these tattoo artists that are all like, you know, trying to do the best tattoos, and they get judged and stuff.
Yeah.
A show like that for morticians.
Oh, that actually might be kind of.
It's a tricky thing for sure. It's a very tricky show. But my first thought is like, that would be interesting.
They could. So the thing, my first thought would be like, that would be like an interesting way, like somebody who might not be able to afford mortician services. It's like,
yeah,
let there. But also, they don't necessarily have to do it on real people because like.
Oh yeah, they could just do like just do some like props basically, like a fake body for a movie, and just like my like we were talking about morticians, and I'm just like, that would be yeah, exactly, Tina. If Ask a Mortician on YouTube was a competition show, and I'm like, because I don't think you could use actual corpses for probably many reasons. You probably couldn't use actual corpses.
Both like a lot of ethical
like ethically
not a lot of practical things to run into. But yeah, if they're like using there's terms for them, like synthetic people, basically.
Yeah.
They're using homunculuses, Matt.
Yeah, they use homunculi.
On the show,
Problem
then they can
solved.
also get like a little more creative. Like, how would you fix this person who's got a sagittal cut there? How would you make their face look not?
So they do it like Chopped, where it's a mystery basket. So it's like their arm's been ripped off, their face has been ripped off. And you have 30 minutes.
You have one competitor who just closes the box and say, I would call this one a closed casket. And they win the round because they made the right call.
They win the round. Yeah, a very morbid show. But
no, I would watch that show, but then again, see, I would do it too. Interesting, like making up the body and such. I would watch it. Yeah.
Like it's.
And like I do believe like their like starter round should be like very, like traditional. This is just how would you like make the bloated corpse not look so bloated.
Yeah.
Still like a fake corpse.
Well, it could also be really interesting because if you're using fake corpses and stuff, you could also really highlight the makeup effects and the special effects. And
yeah,
it's a 2-part show. The first round is these makeup artists trying to make the best dead body. And then the next round is morticians trying to fix that dead body.
Oh, like a team. Yep.
And then at the end, the winning mortician and the winning makeup artist fall in love and get married.
The grand finale is fix the camp victim.
Yeah.
It's like one week is like fix the camp victim, and then it's like Friday the 13th, chasing victims, and then you get like Freddy's victim.
I just keep zooming out because I'm like, wait, first round is a murder mystery and they have to solve the murder. Next round they have to first round they make the body. Second round they solve the murder.
Detectives.
Third round, morticians get them ready for a funeral.
See, I did not know this, but it makes a lot of sense. And see,
yeah,
it can work. I do love
Plot twist, the makeup artist is the murderer.
Yes. I do also really love Ask a Mortician.
Which it has been. I might.
No, a cadaver is an actual dead body, I'm pretty sure. Like, of a person.
What is the difference between cadaver and corpse?
I think cadaver is just
the dead body, especially when intended for dissection. So I do think I was thinking of like a fake cadaver.
Yeah.
A prop cadaver, if you will.
All right. I need a network to pitch this to.
That's what medical students use. I think they mean like the dummy ones. A cadaver is a real body. Because like using a cadaver in school were like for educational purposes versus using one for
entertainment feels very gross to do.
Yeah. If you find the name for the fake ones. Fall in love and get married.
Why not?
I'm not saving the channel.
The show's called Love is Dead. Bang. There we go.
It's for future research, of course. Oh, I watched that one for fun. She's so good at explaining stuff in a respectful way. I will definitely check her out.
Yep.
What is the word for a fake corpse? They've got to like have a word they use for them. A fake shemp, apparently. Shemp? Yeah, the term
like shrimp without an R?
Shemp. SHEMP. The term was coined by film director Sam Raimi and refers to a body double who appears in a film to replace another actor, typically when the original actor has died or is unable to reprise their role.
So yeah, get one of those. We'll show the
Tina
making of
found
one.
the name of the fake cadaver.
Yes, Sindaver.
Sindavers.
Which
It's also the brand name for them. Oh, we have 2 phrases for them, but yeah. See, I think I was thinking synthetic cadavers, and I'm glad they smushed the words together.
Yeah.
It's okay, Tina. I was trying to think of the medical one, but I was also like, there has to be like a Hollywood term for it because we're talking about for a TV show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like teams of 3. First person has to make the body. Second person has to solve the crime. Third person has to get them ready for the funeral. 3 rounds.
In my search, I have come upon a website called Dapper Cadaver, where they make fake, it's like corpse props and stuff. And I clicked on it, and it was like quick age verification. And I'm like, I appreciate that. It's like, are you an adult? Because
or you're looking at dead bodies.
I mean,
something you want to talk about?
Fair. Hey, it's for to entertain and educate. It says at the top. Their site is set up very nicely, though. Like their drop-down menus. You could get there's the way it's like, would you like a body part FX and materials, burn and bomb, frozen, decayed and mummy, wounded? I'm like, this is
Mummy.
like, look, I'm sitting here like, if you're an indie filmmaker or something, this is a really nice resource. So they have t-shirts, gothic home decor.
Ooh.
Oh my god, their little mugs are so cute. It's like
Next week, Sam's gonna have a mug.
they have salt and pepper shakers that say ashes to ashes on one and dust to dust on the other.
Sam gets a dead. She gets a fake corpse version of herself, and next stream she's like standing behind it and is fully like Weekend at Bernie it, and she's like, I feel like a zombie today.
The corpse looks better than I do. Look, I'm just saying. They've got some really nice oh, the candle. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I may have to buy some stuff from here. I'm not buying a dead version of me. I don't want to traumatize my poor children.
Yeah, maybe
or
a good call.
Actually, that would probably traumatize him. The children are a little weird, so maybe they'd be fine, but he would definitely be traumatized. But some of their like home decor products. There's a Nosferatu vampire casket box with figure. Might have to get that for Laura for her birthday.
I was just about to say, don't tell Laura.
She can't know. I got distracted reading and forgot the sprint ended. What were you reading? What the fuck?
I need you to put me in contact with the producer so I can pitch this show. It's a reality show.
Well, you just told it. Like, how many people? A lot of people.
Yeah, surely some of them know a producer. Set me up.
I don't think anybody is scouring my streams for a TV show.
Oh, they're missing out. Put this on TLC or whatever channel.
I don't know if TLC would put it on there.
No, I have no idea what network he would put this on. Like
TLC is the channel that does a lot of the like. It's very large families, reality TV shows, and the most recent one I know that they did was this show called My Husband's Not Gay. And the premise of the show is that their husbands experience same-sex attraction, but they do not identify as gay. And it's interesting, also a little heartbreaking at points, the way they contradict themselves sometimes, but
You just look at them and you're like, oh, your poor soul.
they're apparently happy living with their not necessarily a beard, because they are honest about their same-sex attraction, but it feels very
their goatee.
One of the husbands was very suspicious when he was talking to his wife, and he's all like, hey, so I'm going camping next weekend. And she's like, okay, who with? And he's like, 3 guys. And she's like, oh, okay, you're friends? And he's like, no. And then he's like, people that I met. He got real sus real fast.
I'm going camping with some guys. Are they friends? No.
Like, you don't know that I just met them. I'm like, sir, you got married. You made a commitment.
Is this camping at a hotel?
Like, I'm not saying he was planning on cheating on his wife. I'm just saying he was real suspiciously squirrely when she was asking pretty basic questions.
She's just like,
her tone was a little like, really, her tone to me felt defensively mom. Like, who are you going with? Like, do I know them? But then he got swirly, and then she got like sus, and I'm like, this is your own fault, my guy.
Like, I just love the idea of, he's like, all right, I'm gonna say we're going camping. That'll be my cover. And then she goes, oh, who are you camping with? And he's like, oh my god, I didn't think she'd ask that.
Like,
but I can't lie. I'm a bad liar.
CB does know producers. She's
Mortician competition show. That's the elevator pitch.
I dipped in the second sprint to make pasta to go along with dinner. Then I decided to make cookie dough you eat, so now I'm catching up. Nice. Goatee. Well, let's look. What are TLC TV shows? Because I know, I will say I don't watch any of them, but I watch Kenny JD, and she watches TV shows sometimes and then summarizes them episode by episode for me. So I'm getting my information secondarily. Oh, TLC has Sister Wives.
Sister Wives?
Sister Wives. They're
That sounds familiar.
I forget which faith, but it's one of the faiths where polygamy is a thing. And so the sister wives, it's like, it is the premise of the show is we've got one husband, he has a bunch of wives, and the wives all consider each other like sisters, and it's like showing people how this functions. So yeah, they're called Sister Wives. So the current programming on TLC is 1,000 Pound Best Friends, 1,000 Pound Sisters, 7 Little Johnstons. I'm gonna assume that's one of the ones where it's like we had set tuplets.
Yeah.
90 Day Diaries, 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, 90 Day Fiance happily ever after ?
Someone at TLC needs to calm down.
Oh, we're not done. We're not done. 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paris. But it was moved to Discovery Plus. So I don't know if they're still, because it says 2021 to present, but then moved to Discovery Plus. So I don't know if it's like dual airing. The 90 Day Fiancé Pillow Talk. Why is this a separate thing? 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort.
At what point do we rename the channel to 90 Day Fiancé?
90 Day. Oh, sorry. It's not 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort. It's just 90 Day The Last Resort. That was my bad. Then 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way.
Why are they so obsessed with quarterly programming?
Then 90 Day The Single Life.
That's just 90 days with a person.
This is a timeline.
They have a show that's like, we're going to hang out with someone for 3 months. That's the show.
Okay, we've gotten past 90 Day. I just want to know if 90 Day The Last Resort and 90 Day The Single Life, they both feel like they belong in 90 Day Fiancé, and I can see why 90 Day The Single Life doesn't have the word fiancé, but why is The Last Resort different?
And what is The Last Resort?
I don't know. It's not highlighted, which means I can't just click open a new tab.
Like, ominous.
Matt, hear me out.
Yeah.
90 Day Mortician Games.
There we go. It's you have 90 contestants and you eliminate one of them every single day.
Yeah,
and then the fake body the next day is the eliminated contestant from the previous day.
Yes, there you go. We solved it. TLC, come on.
Then there's botched bariatric. What is bariatrics? Why are you doing this to me, mouse? I keep trying to highlight this one thing, and the mouse would just be like, highlights everything above it. And I'm like, no, calm yourself. I just want to know. It's a new TLC medical transformation series. Yes, but what is the... Oh, the causes, prevention, and treatment of obesity. So far we're getting that TLC does a lot of things on obesity, people with a lot of children, and 90-day engagements.
What a basis for a channel. What a mission statement.
Matt looks so confused. 90 Day Fiancé really made them a load of money. It has to have. There's so many.
So much money. Oh, I hope
not. I
not.
have to look it up now, Tina. I've got to know. I'm kind of scared to know what. Okay, guys, we're taking a moment to pausing going through I see something on TLC's list that I can't wait to see Matt's face when I get there. But what?
But what is The Last Resort?
I don't want to know. Okay, 90 Day Last Resort. I don't want to watch clips. What is... Okay, let's click this. In a final attempt to salvage their relationships, previous couples from the 90 Day Fiancé universe will participate.
Universe?
There's more?
It's here.
Will participate in a couple's retreat to determine whether or not they can heal old wounds. So what I'm assuming is what happens in 90 Day Fiancé is they decide whether or not to get... It's like the ultimatum, in that they decide whether or not they want to get married and stay together by the end of the 90 days. And so couples who decided not to stay together and get married then qualify to go on The Last Resort.
I want to meet someone that's like, for the last 3 years, I've been in 12 90-day shows. They just keep shifting me to the next one.
Yeah, see, Tina, the 90-day last resort is like Netflix Ultimatum. I'm glad we had the exact same example. Obesity, lots of children, and immigration. That's fair. But even then, at what point does the money will run dry? Never, because people love reality. People love reality TV shows because seeing people messier than ourselves is it's comforting in a way. I mean, the show has been going on for over a decade, so it has a lot of couples. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance, they get married at the end. Thank you, Tina, for being our fact confirmation. The lesbian season of Ultimatum is wild. Kenny also sums up the ultimatum for me. So I vaguely recall having seen her discuss that season. Then there's, okay, so after botched bariatrics, there is doubling down with the Derricos. We're going to see what that's about.
It's another kid's show, probably.
That's what it sounds like.
If it's doubling down would just imply twins, and I can't stress how not worthy of a TV show that is.
Karen and Dion Derrico have 11 children and triplets on the way. Why did you roll your eyes?
Like
this enormous family is on an emotional roller coaster ride as they prepare to grow even more.
I know it's financial, but just, I have 11 children. I bet a camera crew would make this easier.
I'm sorry, they got a whole starting lineup.
Yeah, like.
Oh, poor Tina. She sympathetically cries too much about messy people. That's fair. I do not love reality TV shows, but I understand I am in the minority. Take the back. There's one reality show I like, and that's Big Brother. I don't particularly watch a lot of reality shows. I like game shows.
Yeah, I like competition shows.
I like that. I don't actually like watching the messy people be messy, but I love people telling me about it. It's just weird. Like, I guess it's because it's a step away. I guess because it kind of feels like somebody just telling me about their coworkers. Like, can you, Susan in accounting? And I'm like, tell me about Susan in accounting. So I think that's what it is for me. But I was giving a general, like, blanket statement as to why reality TV shows do so well. I have 4 siblings, and I cannot imagine more than that. There's forbidden love. What is forbidden about this love?
Oh, God.
I must know. My thing, like, automatically knows I want to know the TLC shows at the moment. Couples hopelessly in love face one final hurdle in their relationship. Religion. To stay together, someone must choose to change their faith, not their face. But will the sacrifice strengthen their relationship or tear them apart? See, that's a heartbreaking premise, and that's so hard.
Yeah, like, I don't want to watch that.
I want to watch that if it's fiction.
Sure.
Although 90 Day Fiance should take notes from Big Brother because the marriages from that show are still ongoing. Oh, see, I like that. I love a mama's boy. I'm assuming that's a dating reality TV show about dating mama's boys. Little People, Big World. I'm gonna make an educated guess on that one. Yeah, their whole face. They gotta go through plastic surgery. Love in Translation.
Okay.
That sounds like there may be language barrier.
Yeah, language barrier, I guess.
Then we have MILF Manor.
Do we now? Why not?
That's the one I needed to see your face. Poor Alice is dying down there. Just so, like,
what's the time slot? Is that primetime TV?
Manor? Hold on. I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm checking. But you can probably watch it on stream. It is so the premise is that 8 pairs of mothers and sons travel to a villa in Mexico to look for love. Wait.
No.
There is a song about this.
TLC, you can't do this. Stop them.
Somebody listened to the song Mother Lover and decided to make. Do you know the song?
Yeah, I do know the song.
They listened to that and they were like, "This is going to be a TV show." All right, we've made assumptions. Let's keep. Upon arrival, the contestants are told that the 16 contestants were to romantically pursue each other. So, yes, it is 8 sons pursuing 8 mothers. You look so horrified.
So what I'm horrified about is what possible mother-son relationship could lead a pair to apply to be on this show. What sort of life is that?
They were just like,
And they really made a show for
they're like,
this.
let's take a singles cruise together. But like,
I see your odds improving on getting the show. Man, just saying.
Like, ugh.
a real
By getting
Stacey's
the
like
mortician
Stacey's
names
ma has. I'm telling you, there's so many songs that could have inspired this show. I'm just like, we have a situation where it could be some really complicated double in-law things, because now it's like you've got 2 like guys specifically who go with each other's moms, and
Right.
like, I am my own stepdad. When I saw that, I needed to see your face.
I just want to be in the TLC boardroom and just go, hey guys, maybe we don't have to make every show that pops into our head. Sometimes we have ideas that are bad and we don't need to make them a TV show.
He says after he just pitched a show about mortician
I think the mortician one is less creepy than MILF Manor.
He's like, don't you dare compare my mortician show.
There's valid criticism of Love is Dead, but it's not the level of MILF Manor.
Like, we already skirted the ethical issues by being like, we will use fake dead bodies.
Yeah, these are real moms.
I'm just saying, but by their current lineup, the odds of your show getting
I think it might be
pushed through are very
too
high.
tame for them. I think TLC would only be interested if we used real dead bodies that we dug out of a grave. I think that's the only way TLC would be interested in this.
The first challenge is to dig them up.
All right, the rest of their current lineup is My 600-Pound Life, My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Outdaughtered.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out what this could possibly
Hold on,
be.
let's take our guesses first.
Yeah.
Is this a family show? Is this a dating show? Is this a...
So it's called Outdaughtered.
A dog show, like about dogs.
Outdaughtered? Am I?
Yes,
am I correct?
outdaughtered, like somebody's child.
I'm going to say it is about a family that has like 12 daughters. That's my guess.
Wait, what? What are you? Wait.
We're so off the rails.
Okay, so the Bugsby family consists of Adam and Danielle Bugsby, who have been married since 2006. Their eldest daughter, the quintuplets. So, but why is it called Outdaughtered? So they just have a shit ton of daughters.
Because it's like outnumbered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Big brain energy.
They tried to be original.
They're apparently the parents of the only all-girl quintuplets on record.
Oh, okay.
Let's give them a show.
So yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 daughters. And then Say Yes to the Dress.
See, that's
a reality show that I actually think is like,
yeah.
The premise of it is really nice because they're like helping somebody afford a dress.
TLC is up to one good show.
What do you mean you don't think I Love a Mama's Boy is a good show?
Yeah, after MILF Manor, I'm not too keen on that one either. I don't really know what it means. Could mean a lot of things now.
Seeking Sister Wife. That's fake.
Why do you call it that?
Because it's a dating show, I guess. They want another one. And then Sister Wives. What? Okay, so it's called Smothered, but the S is lowercase and the M is uppercase.
It's going to be about overbearing moms.
That's my assumption.
I need them to stop with this. They gotta quit it.
Be careful what you say, or you're. Oh, this one's. Wait, is it British? This may be an Americanized version of a British show. The story follows 4 outrageous mother-daughter duos who take their bonds to the extreme.
I'm scared.
God, that show is still going on. Oh, wait. My Big Fat Fabulous Life is about a body positive influencer and is actually a nice watch. So we're up to 2.
2 shows. Good job, TLC.
Versus the more fat shamey ones. Thank you again, Tina. God, that show is still going. Which show is still going on? Smothered? Then there's Unexpected. Which
is that just unplanned pregnancies or something?
Oh, you might be right. There it is. I have to scroll so far down to get to the IMDb sometimes. Follows the journey of 3 pregnant teen couples and the parents who raised them.
So it's just like Teen Mom again. They just renamed it.
Yeah. Well, I think, was Teen Mom about the couples or just the...
Me? I don't know.
Welcome to Plathville. That sounds culty.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a cult. I'm just saying it sounds it. The Plaths are a blonde, blue-eyed family of 11 southeastern Georgia. In southeastern Georgia, they share a passion for music, religion, family life, and traditional roles.
So many alerts are raised when you go, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed. Like, why is that in the description? You could have just said family, right?
There's no other premise. It's just this family of 11 people who all share the same hair and eye color are living life in Georgia. Cult. That's what it feels like. I used to watch way too much TLC in university. I have regrets. I appreciate the sacrifice that you have made for us. Teen Mom was MTV, which is probably why TLC.
Tricky. TLC has 390-day things, and then we're like, we should also plagiarize. We should just steal one.
So they used to, because their old programming that isn't like, because that's just their current lineup. They're like still.
So their current lineup, we said a lot of shows, and it is still probably 40% 90-day shows.
90 Day Fiance self-quarantined, 90 Day Fiance HEA Strikes Back, 90 Day Fiance B90 Strikes Back are no longer running, but they existed, and I just needed Matt specifically to know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they also had America's Worst Tattoos. And American Hot Rod.
They have so many crazy shows, and then we're just like, sometimes people have pretty cool cars.
Let me tell you, there's nothing actually wrong with the title of this show, Baby Surgeons Delivering Miracles. But because of the way it is titled, I'm thinking Boss Baby.
Yeah.
So, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, they had Cake Boss. I've never seen that, but
Cake Boss was on TLC?
yeah. So was Crack Addicts. So take that as you will.
That's just the show.
It's just called Crack Addicts.
They have so much wordplay in all of them. And then for that one, they're just like, and crack addict.
No, we're just gonna go straight forward with this. Just dive in.
You're gonna know. There's also LA Inc. I'm just looking for like any that might lean into. Oh, Miami Inc.
No alliteration, no puns, just crack addict.
Are you two up for one more sprint?
Yeah.
Seeking Brother Husband.
Yeah, I am.
Sorry, I'm still scrolling.
What?
Seeking Brother Husband. You heard me.
This channel is like 20% incest adjacent.
It's a spin-off of the show Seeking Sister Wife.
But, so is it a woman looking for multiple husbands?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it says TLC tried to frame the show as polyandrous, one wife, multiple husbands, to parallel their other show, Sister Wives. However, polyandry is very rare, and many of the couples on the show have previously been public about being polyamorous. So it didn't work out. Brother husband. Seeking brother husband. All right, I have to exit these tabs or I'm just kidding. They also had American Chopper. So I'm very... I'm checking on chat real quick. Less regrets on the MTV. I was about to say cult. Could have just said family, right?
Could have just said family.
Red flags. Oh, sweet mother of, that was the wrong choice of words.
Yeah,
They really need to improve their
really gotta come up with different terms, names.
They do.
Ugh.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. The sprint is over. I'm upset with my Spirit City right now. Thankies. I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got 139 and had a snack.
Nice. I tried to pull up my Spirit City on the desktop so that I could update my to-do list on there. Only for it to be like, the cloud is out of sync. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I asked it to update, and then it told me it updated, and then I tried to open it again. But like, the to-do list were wrong, so I was like, fuck it, let me go on my laptop. But then it updated the cloud and overwrote my laptop save data. Which, honestly, I don't care that I would have to re-find 3 of the spirits. I care that my giant ass to-do list that I had written up are not there. And so I contacted the game devs, and hopefully they can help. But yes, that's what I did. Bella says, I feel like there could have been a 12-hour documentary of Netflix about how TLC became the way it is. Probably.
Yeah.
There are commentary channels and stuff talking about that. I got a full write-up alpha reader feedback for Crimson Strings tonight. I'm hopeful this book has a future. It's a first draft now, but it's going to be awesome in the end. I got a bit right already. Nice. You got more than a bit right already, Laura. I wasn't able to, like, Laura sent me 300 something pages. I got 55 read because migraines are a bitch. But what I did read is, this book has a future, Laura. Excuse me. Tis great. Can I help you? Looming behind me.
Ominous.
Ominously. My oldest and I were watching Supernatural, and we were watching the Hellhound episode, and at some point Sam goes, they're not black dogs, they're hellhounds, demonic pit bulls. And I looked at my oldest and I'm like, we have a black pit bull who is a menace to society. Is she a hellhound? At which point she perfectly timed flopped over on me and proceeded to pretend to eat my hand. So
yeah, she knew.
I got all my stuff ready for work tomorrow morning and got ready for bed. Nice. I watched anime and ate cookie dough. I did write earlier in the day, so I don't feel bad about relaxing for the stream.
Nice.
Hey, this stream tends to be, oh, let me just get in this last little bit of stuff before the day, or time to get ready for bed stream, and I'm okay with that.
There is a lot of, like, get ready for bed in these streams.
Well, it's like, it's a little too late for most of my overseas friends, and for everybody else, we end at 11, around anywhere between 11 p.m. to 8 p.m., depending on where you are. Their hands are delicious. She has the appetite that only hands can.
That's so funny that Llamas with Hats came up at work today. What a weird thing to have come up twice in a day.
Oh, I forgot to mention, my roommates just got approved to adopt a black cat named Slinky. Awesome.
I misread that and thought the cat was just named Stinky. I'm like, that rocks.
Also fair. My tummy has the rumblies, only
hands can satisfy. Yeah, me and one of my coworkers were just like, Carl, that kills people. And a third coworker was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Having grown up in a household where we watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh, and then Carl the llama became an interesting mashup in the house of like, I have rumblies in my tumblies. The rumblies that only hands can satisfy. So like when the Winnie the Pooh horror movie came out, and one of my friends was like, who would think of that? I was like, somebody raised in a very similar household to mine. Boo will have a little spooky friend. I'm so excited to have a kitty in the house. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go because we're already later than usual. Uncle Stinky was one of the proposed names from my roommate if they ended up getting a boy cat. That's
Whenever I get a cat, she will be named Dandruff.
But she will be named Dandruff.
Yep. Her name's going to be Dandruff. I'm going to call her Dandy. But her legal name will be Dandruff. And if I get a boy cat, his name is Von Mar.
Lawnmower?
No. Von Mar.
Oh, Von Mar. I thought you said lawnmower, like lawnmower, but fancy.
Now Von Mar has competition because I might name him Lawnmower.
I was happy to provide. All right, is there anything you two would like to tell the audience? Alice, I am so sorry. You should have introduced yourself, since I think this is the first time you're on my channel. Maybe it's the second. I don't know.
It's the second. I came on here with Laura in January.
That's right. All right. So, is there anything you two want to announce or let the people know about?
Don't watch TLC. Don't do it.
That's fair. Watch the network Matt is going to create. Lots of murder, mystery, and mortician.
The Mortician competition show. Don't watch any of the 90-day nonsense.
A petition for Love is Dead.
Yeah.
That's my final words.
We have another write-in next week. Mine and CB's book talk for Not the Witch You Wed is Saturday the 15th, so in 2 weeks. And the 17th, Matt will be back for a 4FA, which we haven't done in a good while. So you guys will get a 4FA this month and next month. Fox is overjoyed. We do not know how he will try to torture us this time, but you know.
It will be torturous. I'm sure.
But all right, we will see. Also, Storytellers Hearth. That is soon. I need to make stuff for it.
I'm hosting. Sometime. I think
it's the 21st through the 23rd. Like, I know which weekend. I just have to look at the numbers associated to the weekend. All right, we will catch y'all later. Bye. Now you are tiny and I am big. I unmuted everyone. It doesn't auto-mute us, so I have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I muted myself because I know it doesn't.
This
On my end, it still says we're live.
Oh yeah, mine does also still say we're live.
Well,